Hi, this is me, MC of Healthy by George. I'm coming to you to share about the power for pain relief using reflexology. And I hope you will think about subscribing, click the bell or the like button if you like and come and join me every Thursday and Sunday here on YouTube. This is MC of Healthy by George.
Welcome to Healthy by George. I want you to know that this is for informational purposes only, and it should not be considered as medical advice, nor does it have anything related to my employer. So it's always best for you to check with your own medical provider before you do anything that I recommend or for any medical treatments. So please join me, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
What is reflexology? I find reflexology phenomenal. I first became aware of it through a friend of mine who was practicing or learning to practice reflexology, and that it was a type of foot massage that focused on this mapping of the foot that represented certain areas of the body. And that by rubbing and stimulating areas of your body that you could help heal or bring healing energy and wellness to those places in the body. And I was so fascinated by it, and I had several sessions, and frankly, they were phenomenal. I felt magnificent after having that. And so as part of my acupuncture session that I have once a month, she also does some 10 or 15 minutes of reflexology on my feet, and she also stimulates some places in my ear that are points that are similar to reflexology. Where did it come from? Apparently, reflexology is a very old healing practice. It has been seen in depictions of the tombs in Egypt where they've had some hieroglyphics showing about people doing foot and hand massages for therapies. It's also been seen in the Chinese medicine in a very ancient culture where they use reflexology, again, targeting certain areas of the foot, ear, and hands that have relationship with energy or the meridians in your body. It's been seen in India as part of the Ayurvedic practices, again, where they're using areas of the feet that are mapped and are targeting, again, specific healing energy of those areas when massaged or pressed. And then the Native Indians apparently also had use of massage of the foot for a healing practice. So it's been truly something that's been available for healing for many years. And I don't think it's understood, and that you need to probably have someone who's a certified reflexology practitioner so that you understand that you're going to get something that's not just fly by night or kind of hit and miss. Although sometimes even some massage of the areas of your foot are better than none, there's a whole mapping apparently that happens in the parts of the foot. And then we'll show you some of those maps in this presentation. And there's a map of your feet where it shows you the areas of your feet and where they can relate to areas of other parts of your body, your organs, your back, your spine, your muscles. It's quite intricate. And then there's also your hand. Apparently there are some areas in your hand, and they've mapped that as well. And that the key is that when you have a session with reflexology, it has multiple benefits that you can receive when you have this done. First of all, it's extraordinarily relaxing. If you go in and work with a really well certified and well-known reflexology practitioner, they will have extremely comfortable setting where your feet are washed, or there's some kind of oils or aromatherapy there. It's very relaxing and inviting. It helps reduce stress and anxiety. It can improve your circulation. One of those things about our limbs is that the longest pathway of recirculating our blood back to the heart is from the feet. And so any kind of stimulation in our hands and feet to help invigorate our blood flow is a positive thing. So the reflexology can help you do that. It improves your blood circulation. Pain relief. Pain relief is a huge thing for reflexology. It has key areas for headaches, migraines, back pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, joint pain. All of those things can be targeted through a reflexologist who knows what they're doing. And every time I've had a session, frankly, my pain level has decreased. Now, it doesn't take your pain away, but it definitely helps you feel more relief in those painful areas. It, again, can boost your immune system. Now, there's not a whole lot of proof about how it can do that, except through this concept of this lymphatic flow and encouraging the detoxification of your lymph system, which is this circulatory system that's present in our bodies that's similar to our blood flow, but it's one about our lymphatic fluids. Again, it's a cleansing process to stimulate the lymphatic system, and maybe we can talk about that at another time. I think that the benefits of trying out reflexology is huge, where you go in and you try to see if someone can give you a sense of where it is that you can get pain relief, the pressure points. And sometimes if you learn what those pressure points are, you yourself can stimulate those on your hand. You can stimulate the pressure points on your feet. You can stimulate that in your ear. And it helps really create a zone of a therapeutic relief that you can take control over because you're the one experiencing the chronic pain. And there's nothing better than having something in your toolbox when you are in suffering of chronic pain, to know that you can somehow massage certain points of your feet or go to a reflexologist and have them take areas of your feet and using their thumbs and fingers to press into those areas in your feet or in your hands that can send some kind of energetic flow to help you. Now, the research on this is not huge. Reflexology has just been researched a little bit in small studies. We've seen that it does have benefit. Trying to do reflexology and find what's called a placebo to compare it to is quite difficult. It's true with any complementary therapy where we're trying to do some type of a comparator. Is this type of treatment better than nothing or better than just standard of care? And in the small studies that have been out there, it's shown to improve people's feeling of energy, their feeling of a little less pain relief. But the trouble is that what is the mechanism? We don't truly understand this flow of energy in the body or these meridians that are in Chinese or the Ayurvedic practices or anything that has that kind of key concept behind it. We, as the people in the United States, our scientists like that concrete thing. How can we measure it? How can we see it? I think for me, I like the idea of doing research where we can have some chronic things, and I look for chronic things that will help me understand, like heart rate, breathing rate, any kind of biological brain wave. Those three things are the things that I look for, is does this practice help make those elements show that you're having a reduction in stress? That's really the key. And we don't have enough of that. But now with all of the wearables that are available, Fitbits, the Aura Ring, your Apple Watch, we can now more readily measure heart rate. We can measure respiration. Now, we can't measure brain waves so easily, but eventually we're going to get there because there is such a tremendous phenomenon of creating these kind of health wearables so that we can have a better understanding, like the glucose monitors that you can now stick on your arm to measure your glucose throughout the day and whether you have a glucose spike. I've had trouble wearing that. Every time I wear one, it gets knocked off, so I gave up. But it's definitely information that will help us take whatever those small steps that we have to take daily to help us reduce our cortisol, to help us reduce those inflammatory markers in our body, to help us have less stress, help us find ways to calm our heart down and relax and find a release of energy into our bodies. So if you are interested in reflexology, look out for someone in your community or in your area that has a certified reflexology or some type of a mechanism to give you a confirmed reflexology experience. I'm sure a lot of people out there don't really understand it, but boy, when I've had a session, they can use little tools. There's these little wooden tools they use, or these little balls that they use, these metal balls now. It's phenomenal. There is such a feeling of energy that I have gotten when I've had a reflexology treatment, and I can't recommend it. I recommend it highly. How's that? Check out reflexology. Check out whether that's something that you would find interesting. I know the cost may not be it may not be that easy to find an inexpensive cost, but perhaps it's less expensive than maybe acupuncture, or it's somewhere along the same lines as paying for a massage. Be well, my friends. We have this one precious life. Live intentional, and let's come back here every Thursday and Sunday and check me out. This is MC of Healthy by George.
So thank you so much for joining me at Healthy by George. I hope you found the information inspiring and that it encourages you on your wellness journey. Because remember, your body, your well-being are a most precious gift, and every tiny action taken daily can make a huge difference. I hope the information here is educational purposes and is not meant to replace your medical care. See your doctor and talk about what works for you. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continuing creating content that inspires and empowers you to live your best life. Goodbye for now, and join me again at the next Healthy by George.